UK will begin detaining some migrants who cross the Channel in small boats for eventual return to France after the treaty between the two countries came into force. Under the terms of the deal, the UK will return an estimated 50 migrants a week while taking in equivalent numbers from France who have ties to the UK and who have been vetted. Speaking to broadcasters, the Home Secretary said the scheme could go further in the future.
Over time, and we want to increase the numbers, but we need to test the processes because this has never happened before. And I think it's right that principle of being able to return people who've arrived illegally by small boat, but to be able to take people in return on a one-for-one basis who've applied through a lawful process.
The main reason this country wisely voted for Brexit back in 2016, and that included millions of Labour supporters, is because we wanted to take back control of our borders so that we and we alone could decide who comes and settles in our country. Does the Prime Minister understand that demand today is...
Hello guys, welcome back to Auntie Yami channel. Thanks so much for your support and love. Thank you for continuing watching my videos. Today's video, we are going to look into Britain fight on immigrants who are called illegal immigrants who are using boats and other illegal immigrants in the country who came using other means of transport or you name it. And I will include videos of protests in big cities such as London, Manchester, and Birmingham. We'll also play some of the videos protesters are protesting about migrants who are being accommodated in four-star hotels here in Britain, and this has really upset British people because they don't understand that migrants are getting all those benefits while them are struggling with bills and taxes. As you can see, people are so upset, so I'll show you all those videos. I'll also show you how people are complaining, even some of the leaders. Mainly, I'll show you Nigel Farage, who is the leader of the party called Reform Party here in the UK. This leader was also behind Britain coming out of EU. So Farage is someone who doesn't care, who talks much about, who doesn't care to talk about illegal immigrants and how people here in Britain are not integrating, meaning those migrants are not integrating, are not taking part. They don't want to become British. They don't want to learn the culture. And they are using their own dialects in public transport or everywhere, which he believes is annoying, is also disrespectful. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because today is going to be very interesting. As you know, yesterday's video I did about South Africa, about xenophobia, and also how they are dealing with illegal immigrants. I know some of you wasn't happy, you are not happy because I said that, but at the end of the day, I'm just a content creator who reacted on the videos I showed. all these clips I'm showing is nothing to do with me. I always react according to the resources I'm using. If I did not use videos, I can understand you are going to say I got the wrong information. So anyway, today is not about that, but I decided to bring up this video so that you Africans and me, we can also see what is going on. You know, we always talk about Africa unity, as I'm going to repeat again. But at the end of the day, we also complain about racism. We complain about how Westerners are treating us. But to my surprise, even as Africans, we are doing the same. That's why I'll continue to bring this type of videos. I don't care where you are from. I don't care where I am from. I am African, and it's a shame if I see my fellow Africans treating other Africans like that while we are fighting our colonies so that we can have peace in Africa, we can get rid of poverty in Africa, and on top of that, we want to have freedom in Africa. But is it going to happen? Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as I show you this clip where you will see how UK government is dealing with illegal immigrants, and also how British people are reacting to these illegal immigrants are coming from different parts of the world to enter Britain using some boats, crossing the English Channel from France to UK with kids, even grown-ups, and a lot of these migrants have lost their lives. These migrants are from countries like Pakistan, some from Africa, Afghanistan, Syria, you name it, most of the countries which are facing wars. I'm not here to go deep into politics because I'm not a politician, but at the end of the day, this is what I know. Now, people in Britain are fed up because they believe that these people are coming here to destroy the country, because there have been a lot of cases of sexual harassment, rape. Young people are being raped, and most of these rapists are migrants from other countries. And also might be because of cultural differences. You know, in some countries, a matured person or a grown-up man can marry a young person, and it's legal in their countries. Just because here is not legal, these people might be, they don't understand the law in this country, then they are doing things which is upsetting the British people. But also, they are also upset with illegal immigrants in this country. They believe that these illegals and those migrants are destroying, and they are too much in their country, and they are taking their money, their benefits, and you name it. So listen to these clips. As you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share, I'm going to show you more and more clips as I stated before.
plan in this country? How can you plan your infrastructure, your homes, school places, etc., if you have no idea how many people you're going to have coming in the country each year, if you're not willing to put a cap and just have a ballpark figure of this is the number of people that we've got to plan for each year? He won't do it. He's saying they're going to put out a white paper with their ambitious plans on how to tackle this problem, yet still without putting a...
So here we are, middle of the English Channel. We're right on the edge of British and French territorial waters. It's a pretty calm day. Already there have been 3 migrant boats spotted. All of these are classed as search and rescue missions. But the truth of it is, this is a massive criminal enterprise that is organising all of this, making vast sums of money. You can see the boats absolutely packed, all being charged a minimum of €5,000 each for the criminal gangs to make this crossing. I mean, you can't believe when you see how close the water is to the edge. I mean, how massively overcrowded this is. We could put them under tow, but there's no point because we know that Border Force, the vessel, is on its way from Dover, so we will just kind of keep guard here. We are now going back into French waters. What we know is that a French naval vessel has been seen escorting boats out of French waters to get them into British waters, then they're off their hands. So the big French naval vessel now has gone.
But the question is, what is UK doing about it? Because they cannot just continue protesting, because this has been going on for a long time. Now, what are they doing? Because the previous Conservative government, they had a deal with Rwanda that they will be deporting these migrants to Rwanda. But this deal did not work after Conservative left the office. Now, Labour took the office, but what are they thinking? What are they going to do? Because even Labour was against that Rwanda deal. Now, what is their deal? I'm going to briefly read all this to you so that you can understand what is the deal. The deal is between UK and France, because these migrants, they are coming from France, and France has been even allowing them to come here, because most of them, they find it very easy here in UK because they get benefits. And might be in France is very difficult, according to what I've heard, for them to get those type of benefits or to get some status. So what are they doing? What is that deal between UK and France? Because President of France was here to talk about and also to sign this deal. The UK will detain and return migrants arriving by small boats to France, specifically those whose asylum claims are deemed inadmissible. In exchange, the UK will admit an equal number of asylum seekers from France who have valid ties, e.g. family, and have not attempted illegal crossing. Pilot scale. The initial phase plans to return around 50 migrants per week, with the potential to ramp up if successful. Legal framework. A treaty between the UK and France has been ratified and is expected to run until June 2026 with ongoing reviews. They'll be reviewing every year, I think so. Mobilization underway. Detentions began in early August 2025. It has begun already with detained detained migrants held in removal centers and the legal swap mechanism now operational. UK will cover the cost. The UK is funding transport for returning migrants to France and for bringing in approved asylum seekers. What are the challenges and reaction from British people? Political legal criticism. Many see the deal as symbolic and limited in impact, covering only a fraction of the 25,000 2025 small boat arrivals. Concerns have emerged over legal loopholes, as some migrants may delay removals by lodging human rights claims. EU oversight. The European Commission is reviewing the agreement for legal compatibility within EU law, though the UK remains confident in its validity. So as you can hear, it's like the UK government and France, they decided to have this deal, and it's already signed and it's already in operation. So I'll also ask you to listen to this clip by who is the leader of reform, who is giving pressure to the UK government, is giving pressure to all the parties because his party is winning a lot of voters, and the ruling government are so scared that they will lose their voters.
So here we are, middle of the English Channel. We're right on the edge of British and French territorial waters. It's a pretty calm day. Already there have been 3 migrant boats spotted. All of these are classed as search and rescue missions. But the truth of it is, this is a massive criminal enterprise that is organising all of this, making vast sums of money. You can see the boats absolutely packed, all being charged a minimum of 5,000 euros each for the criminal gangs to make this crossing. I mean, you can't believe when you see how close the water is to the edge. I mean, how massively overcrowded this is. We could put them under tow, but there's no point because we know that Border Force, the vessel, is on its way from Dover, so we will just kind of keep guard here. We are now going back into French waters. What we know is that a French naval vessel has been seen escorting boats out of French waters to get them into British waters, then they're off their hands. So the big French naval vessel now has gone. They've done their job. They've escorted that little dinghy on the left there into British waters. They've now left their own rib off the big vessel just to make sure they're safe until the handover to the Border Force. They're even trying to prevent us filming it with the French naval vessel trying to get in the way of the handover. We have just been told by UK Coast Guard that they will commandeer this vessel if we film the handover between the French Navy and the British Border Force. So it's not just the French threatening us, it's now, somebody here I'm out with, they're threatening him with his living if we tell the truth about this story. This has got to be out there. Home Secretary, you've got to act.
Other parties, all of them, are actually appeasing what reforms say. They join in this rhetoric, Ireland are strangers, etc., happening all over Europe. We're not doing that. We're the very opposite. I'm supporting a demonstration which is going on this weekend to defending people living in an asylum hotel. And you'll probably remember the first thing I did when I was elected leader of the Labour Party against a lot of it.
As you can see, Nigel Farage, who is the leader of Reform Party, as I said before, went to visit the channel so that he can see what is happening there, and he made some gangs. Anyway, you've listened to the clip. Farage believes that this issue is a crisis here in UK, and he believes that if he gets into power, he can tackle that problem. But by even saying that, People sometimes are not happy with how he talks or explains about this issue. Uses some of the terms which are not ideal to be used. As you've heard him, he's saying you cannot wear a watch in London without risking your life. He is connecting this with migrants or illegal immigrants. Let's watch this video.
I'll tell you what, Steve, if I saw you in London and you said I'm going down the King's Road and I saw you wearing a watch, I'd say please take it off, otherwise you'll be attacked. You might even be killed because somebody will want that watch. Women now, in the middle of the day, don't wear any jewellery for fear of being mugged on the streets. And by the way, if you want to go shoplifting, that's absolutely fine. You can now shoplift up to £200 worth of goods in a grocery store or whatever it is, and you will not face prosecution. Why is it happening? There are several factors, but there is one.
Some of the things are happening, but some criticism are causing people to divide. Because sometimes we believe that, okay, if Farage will be the Prime Minister of Britain, it means he's gonna get rid of migrants because he doesn't want migrants. He doesn't want, people who are here. He doesn't want immigrants. He doesn't want people from the different backgrounds in this country. But at the end of the day, people are here, are contributing. It's not everyone who is here in UK who is not contributing to the economy of UK. UK part of economy is because of these immigrants who are working here and contributing to tax. Nigel Farage, leader of Reform Party, speaks about worried about language on public transport. He's saying we immigrants sometimes we don't respect their values because we want to be speaking our own language. We don't want to learn. There are a lot of immigrants here who cannot even speak a word in English. They don't like something like that because those type of immigrants, they are not contributing to the economy. What they are doing, they are benefiting from their tax. The British people are working really hard and contributing to the economy, including those immigrants who are here working really hard. Now, if you cannot speak English, it means you are someone who is going to drain the economy and you are making them poor and poor. So they don't want something like that. Listen to the
said
clip.
That you felt uncomfortable hearing people speak other languages on a train, on public transport.
Absolutely.
And in this election, you've said that Rishi Sunak doesn't understand our culture. People will ask, do you have a problem with people who speak other languages and people of other ethnicities?
I have a huge problem with people coming to Britain, not assimilating, maintaining their own languages, not mixing in communities. That is a disaster. My comment about Mr. Sunak was about class, purely about class.
You say migrants in hotels should be deported. Mm-hmm. Where should they be deported to if their country isn't safe or if another country won't accept them?
I'm sorry, I've had enough of this. If you come from Afghanistan, you go back to Afghanistan. End of. This idea we can't send people to certain countries, all the false claims that people make about their own personal lives. I'm sorry, we're done. We're done. We've had enough.
I'm going to be the first British man to cross from Calais to Dover illegally, and this is how I'm going to do it. So I had an idea from JV himself, right? And he basically made it as a joke. Oh, why don't you go and just do this? Well, I'm actually going to go do it. I'm going to go and do it. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to the UK this week. I have booked my flights. I am coming back to the UK this week because I am that keen on doing this video.
As you've heard, Farage, who is Reform Party leader, also talking about migrants who are in hotels should be deported back to their countries. You've heard a reporter asking Farage, where do you want them to go? And Farage is saying they have to go back to Afghanistan, Pakistan, wherever they came from, they have to go back because they are draining our economy. We don't want them here. They are raping our girls, which is a very big concern. Guys, it's not a small thing. This is serious because British people are not joking. There have been a lot of protests. Let me show you a protest from London. As you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We want our Britain back.
We're taking our country back. And we're taking it back from the traitors in that building there. Under a UKIP government, we will detain and deport all illegal invaders, and we will begin the process of re-migration and hand justice back to the British people, because enough is enough. It's time to rid that building of traitors and the liberal elite who despise the ordinary hard-working man. We're taking our country back, ladies and gentlemen. Political prisoners and free Tommy Robinson.
Remember, I mentioned about some of the migrants coming here, raping, sexually abusing young kids, which are minors, and they are being caught. And this has upset a lot of British people, including mothers, and even some immigrants' children are the victims. So I'll show you a protest by concerned local mothers who were holding a protest outside Britannia Hotel in Canary Wharf, which is part of London, East London. This place is very expensive place where you see all those banks. But because the government has a deal with these hotels, these migrants, illegal migrants who are coming here in the UK are being accommodated in these 4-star hotels. This has upset lots of British people. They believe that this is not fair because they are really suffering, working really hard, and they cannot even afford to pay for a 4-star hotel. Now, listen to their concerns.
Beautiful enough. Chat, I think my phone's gonna die. I've got a 17% chat, but I'll be back on in a little bit when I charge it. Here we go. Here we go. Sweet Caroline. Go on, chat. Good, so good. Good.
Cross the English Channel illegally, and among the things you'll get, apart from free accommodation, apart from spending money, apart from free dental care and medical care, now apart from that, we've discovered that Kent County Council have spent money at JD Sports. So come across the channel and get a pair of trainers. Would you like that? It's nuts. It's all goes.
Migration is going higher and higher and higher.
Did you know that more than 10 protests against illegal migration have taken place in the UK within 3 days alone. People are not happy. People are angry. They are calling these protests Britain First. This is from London, as you've seen London one. Now I'm going to show you Manchester protest. As you continue to subscribe, like, and comment, let's comment. What do you think about all this? Do you think they are becoming racist, or else do you think it's the right thing they are doing, or what do you think? Let's share our suggestions without making any rude comments or abusive comments. What are the protesters saying at Bell Hotel, where they were interviewed? This is in Epping, here in UK. What are they saying? Listen to what they are saying, because people are said, why is it that everybody wants to migrate to this country? We contributed so much to build this country. We are tired. We are struggling, but them, they are enjoying our benefits. And I will even play a video by protesters in Aberdeen Hotel. They are protesting about high increase in rape cases by some of the migrants. They are not saying every migrant, but some of the migrants. This is a big concern to a lot of people, not only British only. This is happening. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen it on Facebook. It's not only certain group of migrants, but there are also others from all over the world. You name it, Africa, Asia, Europe, US, it doesn't matter. They are part of it. But they are really worried because if you are an illegal immigrant and you are involved in this act, it means people will be really upset because they believe that their girls are not safe, their children are not safe. So listen to this.
Britain First, a nationalist political party often known for its strong views on immigration.
There's too many coming into the country. They should stay in their own country.
If you're offering everything for free on a platter, they're going to cost.
Now we want remigration.
Bringing them in and give it to people that served our country. Simple as. Yeah. That's all.
But you can hear the chants on the other side. That
don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
There's much more bigger issues, no? Like, how many other issues have we got going on other than your neighbour's an immigrant? Do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that for generation upon generation, they've made us blame immigrants. It's generational indoctrination. They want us to blame our neighbours instead of the higher-ups. And that's exactly what you're seeing here.
I have the right to be angry though, because a lot of people say that Britain First kind of target Muslim communities and things like this because of things that have happened in the past. Would you agree with that or no?
So look, I don't target anybody. I'm here for Great Britain. I don't care who lives here. We're all human beings. All of us are human beings. It's just the government should be concentrating on the British people that pay taxes, that pay their way, that work hard, and not bring people in and give them everything on a plate.
If this does get uploaded, I want to say, not all leftists are crazy man. Yes, there's unreasonable on every faction ever. But that being said, the message is right. The revolution needs to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's.
I get your point, because you look at Birmingham, they have a bin strike at the minute. There are obviously other issues, but there's one argument that people say like illegal migration is too high at the minute.
Well, that as well. People get confused with that. How do you know if someone's illegally? How many?
Apart from agreement with France, UK has also stated that they would deny British citizenship to migrants arriving illegally by small boats and lorries. And also, I've heard that to get a British passport now, you have to be here at least 10 years. It used to be, I think, 5 or 7, but I think now it's 10 years. Just they are making the law tougher and tougher, not to make it easy for migrants. So, what else is happening? Since the British people have been protesting against migrants, Muslims, brothers and sisters, so decided to protest, demanding implementation of Sharia law. You need to check what is it about Sharia law. This video, as you continue to subscribe, like, comment and share. Let me know, what do you think about all this?
For UK! Sharia 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 for UK! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! La ilaha illa Allah! La ilaha illa Allah! Muhammadan Rasulullah!
Here in UK, they respect human rights. It does work. People can go and protest. They are not gonna harm you, but they've got a right to protest. They've got freedom, like to express their views. Yes, I came across some data about which is the largest foreign national in UK, because all this time I used to think that is much is about maybe Africans or Caribbeans or you name it, but to my surprise, the top foreign national in UK, according to top 5, number 1 is Polish. Then I'll let you listen to the rest and let me know what you think about that. This is top 5. Enjoy.
The largest foreign nationalities populations in the UK. Firstly, across the UK, the total non-British population is around 9.5 million, which makes up approximately 14% of the UK's total population. Starting at the lower end, we have Germans with a population of 133,000. Next, at number 9, we have the French with 184,000 people. Coming in at number 8, we have Spanish nationals, totaling 185,000. At number 7, we have Pakistanis with a population of 234,000. Next, at number 6, we have Portuguese nationals, totaling 263,000. Moving up to number 4, we have both Romanians and Italians, both with 342,000 people. Next, at number 2, we have both Indians and Irish, both with 370,000 people. And taking the top spot, at number 1, we have Polish nationals with a significant population of 696,000.
You've heard by yourself. I don't need to explain. This is what it's all about. This is the top 5 foreign nationals in UK. Now, you know what I always believe. Protests can contribute to racism sometimes if you are not careful. If we are not careful, the language we use, the hate, can contribute to racism. Because I've seen people protesting about getting back their country, but there will be a lot of vandalism, hate speeches, crime, and also xenophobia, which is nowadays a big thing in the world. I can understand change is needed in our society, even in our countries. Change is needed because sometimes too much is not good. But we have to be careful how we do it, how we represent it. So, because there have been a lot of racism attack on immigrants without even appreciating what they are doing, what they are contributing to the economy in the UK. So some groups have decided to arrange biggest march because some of the people, even British, they are saying enough is enough. We've tolerated this by segregating, by, promoting racism to the people who are part of us. Some of them, they were born here. Some of them, they are even British, even if they have got different color of the skin. But enough is enough. Now we have to open our eyes because this is too much. And you understand where they are coming from, because most of even these immigrants are married to white British. Most of these immigrants, they've got kids, they are siblings from both of them. So enough is enough. I hope I'm going to be free for me to attend this match because it will be big in London. So this is how UK deals with all this. Because as I said before, in this country, there is freedom of speech. We cannot allow anyone to use this illegal migration and make it as a way of dividing the country. I'm not saying that I cannot understand where they are coming from, but at the end of the day, there are other people there, they don't understand what is it all about. That's where it becomes really worse. That's where they will even approach someone because of color, maybe because of the language. They will believe that that person is not part of the community, and that person doesn't have a right to live in this country, but they don't understand that might be that person is also part of contributing to the economy. So this is how it is. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because what I wanted to talk about today is happening all over the world, but I wanted also people to understand what we are going through here in diaspora. It doesn't exclude me. I'm part of that. I'm also an immigrant in this country. But at the end of the day, do I want to be treated like that? If I'm not happy with this treatment, how am I going to feel if I see my fellow Africans also treating other Africans like that? Are you telling me that here in Western countries, we don't have Africans? We've got people from all over the world, and we feel the same. When things like that are happening, we feel the pain. That's why I have to stand up for justice. Wherever you are, whatever is happening, if I see that, I'll talk about it. I'm not going to talk about only what is happening in UK, what is happening in US. I'll condemn everything, because even as Africans, we are condemning what Donald Trump is doing. There have been a lot of people who have been deported, lost everything, everywhere in Europe, US, you name it. But at the end of the day, we complain. We are calling them racist. But at the end of the day, we are forgetting our own. We need to stand up, Africa. We need to talk about these things without choosing or without taking sides. Thank you very much. God bless you abundantly. Ciao, ciao. As you listen to this video from the beginning, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah.